Hey everyone, this is going to be my Discworld updated Discworld collection part 3. I think at this point I'm going to split them into 4 parts instead of 3 because I have 10 books left to talk about, and I tried to talk about them all in one video and it ended up being far too long, so I think I'm going to split it a little bit. So the one that I left off on was Masquerade, which was book 18, I believe, and it is a witch's book, and the next one that I actually don't have is Feet of Clay, and that is, I want to say, a City Watch book, and I think it involves a golem. I think, I'm not totally sure since I don't actually have it yet, but anyway, the next one that I do have is Hogfather, which is the Discworld Christmas special, basically. It is the 4th novel featuring death. This is the first Discworld book I ever read all the way through, and it is my absolute favorite. I completely love it. I sat down and was like, I need to read this because it has who I think is going to be my favorite character, and it is a parody of Christmas. So, yep. It is fantastic, and I also really love the TV adaptation, so I will read you guys the back of this one. This says, "It's the night before Hog's Watch, and it's too quiet. Where's the big jolly fat man? There are those who believe and those who don't, but either way, it's not right to find death creeping down the chimneys and trying to say ho ho ho. Superstition makes things work in Discworld, and undermining it can have consequences, particularly on the last night of the year when the time is turning. Susan, the Gothic governess, has got to sort everything out by morning, otherwise there won't be a morning ever again." Yeah, this is fantastic, and I so highly recommend. And then the next one that I have actually comes right after that one, and if I can find it, oh gosh, it's here somewhere. Where has it gone? Sorry about that. Anyway, this is Jingo. Jingo is another book in the City Watch series, which sort of makes me think maybe Feet of Clay isn't, because that'd be weird if they were that close together. But anyway, this, I will read you guys the back of this, but these only have very tiny summaries. This says, "Discworld goes to war with armies of sardines, warriors, fishermen, squid, and at least one very camp follower." Yeah, this is the City Watch, so I don't know. I feel like Feet of Clay is also City Watch, but I feel like that would be weird to have City Watch and then death and then City Watch again. But maybe that's just where his inspiration was. But anyway, there's this one. And then after Jingo, a couple that I'm actually missing are The Last Continent, which I want to say is a standalone, but it might also be a Rincewind, so it might be part of the Rince cycle. I need to look that up at some point. But then the next one is Carpe Jugulum, and that is a witch's book. So I'm missing those two and don't have them. But then the next one that I do have is The Fifth Elephant, which, yet again, is a City Watch book. And I love this cover. I think it's awesome. So let me read you guys this one. This says, "When duty calls, Commander Vimes of the Ankh-Morpork Constabulary answers, even when he doesn't want to. He's been invited to attend a royal function as both detective and diplomat. The one role he relishes, the other requires, well, ruby tights. Of course, when cops, even those clad in tights... of course, where cops, even those clad in tights, go, alas, crime follows. An attempted assassination and a theft soon lead to a desperate chase from the low halls of Discworld royalty to the legendary fat mines of Uberwald, where lard is found in underground seams along with tusks and teeth and other precious ivory artifacts. It's up to the dauntless Vimes, bothered as usual by a familiar cast of Discworld inhabitants, you know, trolls, dwarves, werewolves, vampires, and such, to solve the puzzle of the missing pachyderm. Which, of course, he does. After all, solving mysteries is his job. So, yeah, there's that one, and this one is one I am particularly excited about. And then two more that actually come right after Fifth Elephant, for a change, are Thief of Time and The Truth. Now, I'm slightly confused with these two because I think what I originally read said that Thief of Time comes before The Truth. So I feel like that's true, but I have two different table of contents in two different other Discworld books, and one says Thief of Time comes first, and one says The Truth comes first. So I don't really know, but I'm just going to go with this comes after Fifth Elephant, and this comes after Thief of Time. So this one is sadly the fifth and final death story, death-centric story, which makes me so sad, just because Death and Susan are my two favorites. But anyway, I will read you guys the back of this one. It says, everybody wants more time, which is why on Discworld only the experts can manage it. The venerable monks of history who store it and pump it from where it's wasted, like underwater. How much time does a codfish really need? To places like cities where busy denizens lament, oh, where does the time go? While everyone always talks about slowing down, one young horologist is about to do the unthinkable. He's going to stop time, that is, by building the world's first truly accurate clock, which means esteemed history monk Lutzi, I think, and his apprentice Lobsang Lud have to put on some speed and stop the timepiece before it starts. For if the perfect clock starts ticking, time, as we know it, will end, and then the trouble will really begin. So, yeah, very excited for this one. And then next we have The Truth. The Truth is actually a standalone novel, but it is also sometimes lumped in with the Industrial Revolution part of Discworld, along with Moving Pictures and the Moise van Lipwig books going postal and making money and raising steam. So, I'll read you guys back at this. It says, the denizens of Ankh-Morpork fancy they've seen just about everything. But then comes the Ankh-Morpork Times. Struggling scribe William de Word's upper crust newsletter turned Discworld's first paper of record. An ethical journalist, de Word has a proclivity for investigating stories, a nasty habit that soon creates powerful enemies eager to stop his presses. And what better way than to start the Inquirer, a titillating, well, what else would it be, tabloid that conveniently interchanges what's real for what sells. But de Word's got an inside line on the hot story concerning Ankh-Morpork's leading patrician, Lord Ventinari. The facts say Ventinari is guilty, but as William de Word learns, facts don't always tell the whole story. There's that pesky little thing called The Truth. So yeah, I think this one will be really good, especially because a lot of people, a lot of Discworld fans say that this is a particular favorite of theirs when it comes to the standalone books. So, yeah, that's exciting. Okay, I think I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to stop the video and switch to another one. So then after this one, I'm missing quite a few after this, I think. After this comes The Last Hero, which is illustrated by Paul Kidd, and it's considered a Discworld fable, and it's about Cohen the Barbarian. I don't have that one. I don't have The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents, which is a young adult Discworld novel, and that is a parody of The Pied Piper. And then I think after that is The Wee Free Men, which is the first Tiffany Aching book, and that is also for young adults, and I also am missing that one. And then I'm also missing Night Watch, which is one, I think another of the City Watch books, yet again. And then the next one that I have is Monstrous Regiment, which I think is a standalone. I'm not totally sure, but anyway, I'll read you guys the back of this one. It says, "War has come to Discworld again, and to no one's great surprise, the conflict centers around the small, arrogantly fundamentalist duchy of Borogravia, which has long prided itself on its unrelenting aggressiveness. A year ago, Polly Perks's brother marched off to battle, and Polly's willing to resort to drastic measures to find him, so she cuts off her hair, dons masculine garb, and, aided by a well-placed pair of socks, sets out to join this man's army. Since a nation in such dire need of cannon fodder, wow. Okay, I swear I can read. Cannon fodder can't afford to be too picky. Polly is eagerly welcomed into the fighting fold, along with a vampire, a troll, an Igor, and, a religious fanatic, and 2 uncommonly close friends. It would appear that Polly Perks isn't the only grunt with a secret, but duty calls, the battlefield beckons, and now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country." This one should be very interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to continue the rest in a different video. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for part 4. Bye.